while I'm there. And so, as most of you guys know, we do have a lot of the schedule coming up very soon, right? So, and again, so this coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have a lot of things happening. The main difference is we're trying to make it so that we have a lot of sessions for you guys, because I find that the best way that people have been learning around me, especially in Taiwan, is they're just with me when they invite their guests for a quick small meeting, at a coffee shop. They're hearing just the basic of how to present, and the same thing can be done with top leaders like Amarjeet or myself. But of course, it's nice to have a foreign face sometimes in your market. So today's training is really focused on how to get you guys to be effective at inviting people to come and just to meet us, and just to learn more about the products, right? So because sometimes depending on your relationship with people, if you invite someone to come to a hotel presentation, it depends on the person. Some people are open to coming to this hotel presentation. Some people might not be. And we just found that in general, when you invite someone to just go for a coffee, it's a lot more welcoming and less intimidating than going to this big presentation, right? So we just found it a lot more effective to do many meetings throughout the day. And it's a great learning experience because you hear over and over and over again how we do the presentation. It's really simple. So really quickly, I'm going to open up a little document that I made. So you guys can refer to this document even after the call if you want to come back to this document and just to sort of look at some of the scripts that we have here. But I want to start by asking one quick question to all of you guys on the call. And it might sound funny, this question, but I'm asking you because there's actually a reason behind it. And that question to you guys is, do you often go out for coffees with people? Your friends. Do you go for a quick, could be kopi bing or something, like an iced coffee, could be, tea, coffee, could be a lunch, could be a dinner, right? And I'm sure that, all of us here on the call, we often meet our friends and family for coffee, right? And the secret to inviting people to the event this coming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's no different. It's really no different. You're just inviting someone to go and meet up with you, right? So so I want you just to realize that if you have the ability to invite someone to go have a dinner with you or to have a coffee with you, it's you have the ability to invite people to the meeting, because all we're going to be doing at the venue is doing what? We're going to be having coffee, right? So it's really no different. And so I'm going to share my screen really quickly and kind of give you a bit more of a structure on how I typically talk to someone and bring up the business, all right? So as you can see on my screen here, this document, I'm going to actually share this document with you guys. So everyone here can insert the link here. I'm going to actually grab this link here and stick it into the chat box, so all of you can actually have it for yourself as well. So there you go. That's the link to the document we're going to be covering today. So really quickly, how to invite someone for special events like this weekend. Number one, I want you to realize it's literally the same thing as inviting someone to your own personal tour. This is not a big public presentation where there's like hundreds of people. That might be intimidating for some of your prospects, right? This is just a nice casual, let's go for coffee kind of thing, right? So, and again, we are moving from those big meetings into a private sort of session. And again, we created many tour times so that you can really take the benefit. Because sometimes, your prospect might not be available at 7:30 p.m., but maybe at 2 p.m. or 4 p.m. or 10 a.m., they're free, right? So we're really creating as many sessions as possible. What's also going to happen is if you can invite your guests, really important, to come to the first few sessions, like Friday at, let's say, the 4 p.m. one, once they come out and they see the product, then it gives them an opportunity to invite their people to the later sessions. Does that make sense? If you nod your head, okay? Because if you can bring your prospects to the earlier sessions on Friday, then you're going to give them a chance to invite their people to come and meet me on Saturday and Sunday. So you're really going to get the ball rolling. But if you invite your person to only come on Sunday at 10 a.m. the last session, then my flight's gone at 1 p.m. Then, they just, so, like, you have to continue things, of course, with MRG and your local leaders. But again, there's a lot more benefit. You can get them on for the Friday right away. Okay, so as always, the first thing we must always do when we are talking to our people is always to establish like and trust. Like and trust is 99% of this business. So what does that mean, like and trust? It means you must have a conversation to reestablish the like. They must like you, and also to reestablish the trust, that they trust in you, right? So here's why. Let me ask you a question. If someone does not like you, will they join your business? No. If someone does not like you, will they buy products from you? No. So we must always focus on the relationship first. We're not focusing on trying to sell bottles. We're trying to focus on building that relationship. Make sense, guys, right? The like and the trust, right? So how do you build like and trust? You simply have a conversation. And again, we all know about form. If you don't know what form is, a quick reminder, form, F stands for what, folks? Family and friends. So you can ask questions about family, or how's your family doing, chat about friends, that kind of stuff, right? O stands for occupation. You can talk about, hey, how's your job going? Where are you working now? We're basically chit-chatting, right? And all of us are probably good at chit-chatting already. So when you talk to your person, first thing you want to do is reestablish chit-chat, talk about family and friends, occupation, arts for recreation, such as, hey, are you traveling anywhere soon? Any plans for vacation? What do you do for fun? Maybe they play netball, right? So again, these are the questions about recreation. And of course, M is for money, right? So every conversation that you have from this morning till right now with someone that you've met on the road, it involved one of these things: family and friends, occupation, recreation, or money. It usually involves something about that, right? And so while you're asking questions, what we're trying to do here, and if you can do this really well, you're going to have a lot higher ratio in your success for your business, is if you can try to establish their pain or their pitch. So again, try to establish their pain or their pitch. So what's pain? Pain is anything that Fountain of Life can help them with. Okay? And we all heard the 6 magic questions the CEO likes to ask people. Would you like help with that? Okay, so what are some examples of pain, right? Let me ask you guys, do you know people that have dealt with heart disease? Do you know someone that's dealt with arthritis, cancer, breast, prostate cancer, different kinds of cancer, lung cancer, kidney cancer? Has general body pains. I think most people, like I'm 38, most people nearing the 40-year-old mark range, we just start to have weird body pains, right? So everyone has body pains. Perhaps hair loss. Do you know someone that's experiencing hair loss? Do you know someone that is tired? They lack sleep, they're tired, they're diabetic perhaps, they have high blood pressure. It could be skin issues, right? So again, a pain is just something that they're going through, the problem essentially that FOL can help them with, right? So again, when you're having conversation, if you can find out if there is a pain, then it's a lot easier to share FOL, right? So again, I'm gonna share you guys what happens next. Pitch is anything that person wants, because maybe they might not have pain themselves, although I always ask them, well, if you don't have this pain, do you know anyone else that might be experiencing these kind of issues? Because even if they don't have that pain, they always know other people who do, right? So keep that in mind, okay? It's the whole saying, it's not who you know, it's who they know. So maybe you're talking to Bob, and Bob is fine, but you don't want to disregard Bob, because Bob has hundreds of people that he knows that probably has these issues. Make sense? So it's not about who you know, it's about who they know, okay? So, but pitch refers to anything that they want. It could be more time, more money, they want to have a better home, better car, better lifestyle, financial freedom. It could be any of these things, right? So again, the goal of building like and trust is to find out their pain or their pitch, or perhaps both. Maybe you have a great conversation and you just identify a pain and the pitch, right? So Once you're chit-chatting, how's family, how's kids, I mean, what's new with you, are you exercising much recently? Are you staying healthy? And that's when, when you ask these questions, things come out, right? And I love to ask people, hey, are you staying healthy nowadays? Are you taking care of yourself really well? It's a great question to ask because it leads to them sharing if they actually are taking care of their body or not, right? And so, um, if someone were to tell you, well, you know what, I know not really, I mean, I've been really tired recently, or I've had this weird body pain, or I'm getting a little bit diabetic. Once they identify to you their pain, what you want to do next is to relate and resolve. So what does that mean, to relate? You want to relate to understand what they're going through. So you want to relate their pain or pitch to a third party person or even yourself. So for example, you can relate and resolve how this new product from Canada has helped their friend. So here's an example. I'm talking to a friend and I find out that they have some problem, maybe it's like inflammation, right? I say, well, hey, Bob, actually, I know someone who had the same problem, inflammation, that you had. And they were sharing with me that they tried this new amazing product from Canada. The technology is from Finland, though, and it really helped them with their inflammation. So what have I done here? I have related to their problem. In other words, I'm relating that I know someone that is going through the same issue that they're going through, right? And then I'm giving them the resolve, the resolution, how they resolve the problem. I said, yeah, and it really helped them with the problem. Naturally, Bob will say, wow, okay, that's interesting. And I would say, yeah. And after about 2 weeks, so again, time, you fill in the time. It could be after 2 weeks. Then you fill in the problem. Their inflammation went away. It could be the sugar levels dropped. The blood pressure went down. Their pain went away. Their hair grew back. You're just relating, and again, you're resolving. Make sense, right? Okay. And of course, they're going to say, oh, like, wow. Then I just say, what? I really think you should give it a try. And that's usually it. And so at that point in time, they usually say, well, like can you tell me more about it, or how do I get it? And this is where you want to invite them. Okay, so if they're ready to buy from you, what you can do is say, what, I can definitely, the way I do it at least is, if someone says, well, where can I get a bottle? I don't even often say, well, hey, I'm the salesperson for the product. I don't always say that. Most cases, the cool thing is, most of the customers that buy from me the first time, they order again, right? But the first time they order from me, they don't even realize that I'm the person selling it. They just think that, my dad had the same problem as you, inflammation. They tried this new amazing product from Canada, it's based out of Finland, and this product really helped my dad with his inflammation. Oh, where'd I get it from? Here's what I say. I say, well, it worked so well for my dad that I decided to order a few extra bottles for myself. And I actually have a few extra bottles in my bag or in my trunk. And if you want, I can sell you one of my bottles to give it a try. Sure. So most of the bottles I'm selling just like that. Today I sold a total of 14 bottles, one to a customer and another family pack, right? And this is all I do. I go through, I find their pain or pitch, because if you don't understand the importance of that, right? There's a saying that we always teach. You cannot sell a man a shovel if he's not trying to dig a hole. Okay, one more time. You can't sell a man a shovel if he is not trying to dig a hole. Because, so the shovel is the solution, but the problem is the hole. If a man has not told you he's trying to dig a hole, you can't just sell him a shovel. They think you're crazy. Like, why you walk around with a shovel for? Right? So again, the whole point here is to try to identify the pain up front, right? And so that's what's going to happen if they want to buy one right away. You just sell it. I think in Singapore you guys sell it for $77, right? Cash. Okay. And so I learned today from one of the team members in Alberta. What she says is, well, you can buy it from me for like $70, for like $80 cash and carry, or for like $75 cash and carry. Or you can go onto my this website, create a VIP account, and buy it for $80 or $78, but it might take a week. So, in short, you just want to sell the bottle, right? That's the main thing, guys. It's just, if I were you guys, just sell it in cash. That's what you should do, right? Now, in the event they say, well, can you give me more information on this product? Some people want more info. Agree? Right? Some people just want more information. Here's what you want to do. You say, well, great. Um, so if they want more information, what I would say is, well, it's actually been such a long time since we've, caught up. And I was thinking, why don't we just go and grab a coffee? And, I can, I have some extra bottles at home. I'll bring one out. Let's go for coffee and catch up. And we can talk more about it then. So when people want more information, instead of trying to do it over the phone, I always prefer to meet in person because, there's an aspect of furthering the like and trust bond when you're with someone face to face. So if someone says, can we have some more information? You can just say, well, for sure. Actually, I haven't seen you in ages. I was thinking, let's go and grab a coffee and catch up. And they'll say, okay. They'll say, okay, as long as you did a good job building like and trust. Make sense? But if your phone call, you call them and you just are trying to sell products, they're going to feel that weird vibe from you, right? If you slow down, took the time to catch up, just have a conversation, then they're going to say yes to having coffee with you. Then you say, great. So, can you meet me at, again, you have the time and the location for this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, yes? You just say, well, can you meet me at the time and place? And we'll talk more then, okay? And that's it. So really, to summarize, all you're doing here, guys, is you're going to be, I suggest call, because texting is not as strong. Call people on your phone list, right? And see if they have a pain or pitch. Because we're here, our mission in Oculus Global is to help people have better lives. It's to help people improve their health, improve their lifestyle. And I know, from all the bottles I've sold, from all the hundreds and thousands of stories that I've read and heard personally from my own customers and my own family and friends, that this product can help a lot of people. So what we're trying to do here is to invite people to find out from them if there's a pain or a problem, and to share with them that, we can actually help them with that. So again, would you like help with that, with your problem? They say, sure, great. You sell them a bottle, or invite them to meet for coffee. Now, today's Tuesday, right, guys? If the event, your friend says, well, hey, I'm actually free on Thursday. Should you wait till I come? No. You want to do meetings, even tomorrow. Wednesday's a full day. Thursday is a full day. If you can start to meet your people, with your My5, like MRG locally, do that. Because if you meet them, let's say tomorrow or Thursday, then they're going to get excited, right? Your prospect will get excited. They might buy a bottle on the spot, but now they're going to invite people to come to meet us on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Make sense? So we're trying to, you don't want to wait. The best analogy I've heard about this example is like Christmas. Do you guys celebrate Christmas in Singapore? Christmas? Okay, I know in Canada it's like a big holiday because we had no other holidays but Christmas, really, right? In Asia you had Chinese New Year, blah 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 blah. In Canada, everyone waits for Christmas because that's all there is in Canada. But Canada, there's a term called Boxing Day. Okay, Boxing Day, and Boxing Day.
Only have one holiday.
Oh, sorry.
I say Canada only have one holiday. We have so many.
Yeah. It's like in Taiwan, there's like holidays. It's like every other week's a holiday, right? So, so in Canada, like the biggest holiday is Boxing Day, right? And so, let me ask you a question though. So on Christmas Day, right? Do you think all of the sales in the shopping malls happen on Christmas Day or all of the days leading up to Christmas? It's all the days leading up to Christmas. So in this business, when we're trying to invite people for meetings, we don't want to save everyone for the final day. You want to take daily actions because that's when you can really rev up the momentum for your business, to have a lot of people coming out and bringing out people, right? That's how you have a jam-packed event, right? So, because in reality, in Canada on Christmas Day, the malls are closed. So you can't even shop on Christmas Day. Everyone, all the sales happening leading up to Christmas Day, right? Um, and so, yeah, so that's the main training I want to share with you guys for today. Is just, think of inviting someone for the events this weekend. It's the same thing as going for coffee. But some quick tips, right? On the flyer, you saw that the times are like 10 a.m., 12 to 4, 7 p.m., right? The best thing to do when you invite someone to the meeting is to meet them about half an hour to 40 minutes before the actual session starts. Okay, so let's say it starts at 4 p.m. You want to see if your guest can meet you at 3:20, 3:30 p.m. Why is that? Why do we want to meet our prospects a little bit earlier than the actual start time of the presentation, right? The reason why is because you want to have time to reestablish the like and trust, to build up the like and trust again, right? So, because when you invite your friend for coffee, you don't have to mention that they're going to be meeting me yet. Make sense? Sometimes if you invite someone to go for coffee and then you tell them, oh, well, I have a really amazing friend of mine. He's been traveling, from Toronto to Taiwan to Singapore. He's been really amazing at, just helping people with their health with this product. Just so happens he's in Singapore. I'd love for you to go and meet him. Sometimes, most people are open to meeting, other people. Some people might be a little bit timid. Understand, guys? Depends on your friend, right? So I find it often safest just to invite your friend to meet you for coffee. So to your prospect, they're just thinking they're meeting you and them, the two of you, which you are, because you're going to arrive about half an hour, 40 minutes early, chit chat, grab a coffee, blah, 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 and just talk, right? And again, because you've established their pain or their pitch, when you're meeting finally at that location where we're having the meetings, you're going to chit chat again. And you can say, hey, how you're telling me on the phone that you were having inflammation pain? Well, again, can you tell me more about that? You want to, again, talk more about the problem that they're having, right? And again, they're going to ask you, yeah, so you're saying to me that you have this product that can really maybe help me with this inflammation? You say, yes, you can go over a little bit about the product. But then what you want to say when it's almost about 4 p.m., say, well, actually, you know what? It's your lucky day today, because just so happens that one of my really good friends who's from Toronto, who has been traveling the world helping people through this product, just so happens he's actually here for the weekend in Singapore. And I asked him, he's really busy, but I asked him if he could spend some time to chat with you. And he said, sure. So, my friend's actually just, right there kind of thing. Let's go and meet him. And that's it. Make sense, guys? So I'm just giving you different ways on how to invite your prospect. And, I don't know your prospect. You know your prospects the best, right? If they're going to be shy to meet someone else, then you don't want to mention, I'm going to be there. You just want to mention it's you and them going for coffee, right? You might know your prospect to be someone who's very open to meeting people. Then you can be really upfront and say, hey, why don't we go meet my good friend, Rene? He's from Toronto. He's traveling the world, helping different people's problems with his amazing product. And there's no one better to share this information with you than him. So I actually asked Rene if he could get together with us to meet for coffee. So, are you free on Friday at 4 p.m., right? So I'm just giving you different ideas on how you can invite your prospects. So I want to pause it right now, allow you guys to unmute yourselves and ask any question. If you're not clear on something, please ask your questions. Okay, so feel free to unmute yourself. Okay, let me try to help you guys unmute yourselves. And there we go. So I think most people are unmuted. Any questions whatsoever from anyone? Okay. Hi, Jita, is everything good on your side?
Yes, very clear.
Okay, very good. So you're pretty clear on just different ideas, right, on how to invite someone?
Yeah.
Good,
Yes.
good stuff. Okay, Sunny.
Yeah. Rene.
Hi.
Ah,
Any questions from your side?
no.
Okay, good stuff. I guess I'm a really good trainer or something. It's
Yeah.
first time. Is that how it is, guys? Good stuff. Yeah. Okay. I guess Amarjeet, Eileen, and Mindy. If you guys don't have any other questions, that's really the training I wanted to give to you guys today, just to have you guys realize inviting someone to meet me is no different than inviting someone to have a coffee with you.
Mm.
It's really no different. It's exactly the same thing. The only extra step that we're trying to do here is trying to find their pain or pitch.
Mm.
Right? That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Rene, sorry. Uh, is this recording available after your meeting, Nate?
Yes, I'm going to, once we're done here, I'm going to upload the call and put it in the group chat for all of you guys. How's that?
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, that's great.
Okay, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, again, I know you guys have been, you're going to be working really hard. Again, this is probably going to be the last time, I think, this year I can make it to Singapore because we go back to Toronto. I had to head to Alberta in September. We have the conference in October. If you guys can make your way to the Toronto conference, it is going to completely change your level of belief, confidence, understanding. It's going to take your business to a whole new level. So if you can come to the Toronto conference, please come. Toronto is beautiful. We have the Niagara Falls, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world is, I think, Niagara Falls, right? The large, so it's a massive, massive waterfall. And, you're going to love seeing that for sure. But more importantly, it's really going to give you guys, it's going to stretch your mind in so many ways. You're going to realize what a big opportunity we have here with Fountain of Life. You're going to meet hundreds of leaders and different people, hear amazing stories that, it's going to help you when you go back to Singapore. You're going to have like hundreds of stories that you can share with people that you actually met in person. So it's no longer a story on Facebook, right? It's now a story from a friend that you actually met face to face. You shook their hand, you took a photo with them. You can build a photo album of your experience in Toronto. And now when you're in Singapore building your business, it's going to help you just to, expedite your own growth and your confidence. So we always talk about the tripod of belief. Really quickly, what is a tripod of belief? A tripod is 3 legs, has to become very, very stable and firm, right? If one leg is weak, you might tip over. So the tripod is, number 1, belief in yourself, which I believe you understand that the world you want to create is up to you. We all have equal abilities in life, right? I've seen uneducated people become multimillionaires, and I've seen smart people become broke, right? So if it's up to me, the beat's up to me, right? So belief in yourself, belief in the industry, and of course belief in the company. And that event in Toronto will definitely build your belief in all 3 categories. So yeah, if you guys can come to Toronto, please book your flights now. Get your hotel rooms. You can stay together with different people who are traveling to Toronto. And yeah, I would love to see you guys in Toronto too. So, okay. Emergy, any words from our fearless leader in Singapore? The fearless leader. Have to mute yourself first, Emerjit. I think you're still, let me unmute you then, if you can mute yourself. There we go.
I did. Yeah, I mean, I'm very grateful to have you here again in a short time again, which is very, very, very grateful to get you coming. And then now we have new um, people joining us, and for those who are also into MLM before, they know how it works and all. So it's a great opportunity for them to actually really meet up with you this time. Yeah.
Wonderful.
And I also will say that try not to miss the conference this October. like you see, where I'm today, I never, when I first joined, I remember I met Rene the first day, and when we joined, and he told us that, hey, since you're in the business, come for the convention. Until the day I joined, I went for the convention, I went for the conference, I went for the convention this year for the cruise and conference. So that's where the morale and I mean, you see other leaders, you see others, how they work and all. You just see, I want to be there. I want to be there, especially when someone go up there and receiving awards, receiving, you know, next time I want to be there. I want to be there. Yeah.
I think the best analogy I can get to this is, you know, when you go into battle, right? You want to have your armor, right? You want to have a big bulletproof, you know, breastplate. You want to have the helmet on. You want to have the visor. You want to have the gloves, the boots. You want to have your armor, right? Because sometimes when we go into business, you know, we get attacked, you know, disbelievers, negative people. You know, there's people around us that aren't as motivated as we are, and they become petty, they become jealous, and they try to attack you. So because they want to keep you at their level. Trust me, I've been at this for 20 years. I thought I had these friends that later on would want to see, would rather you stay with them at their level than see you succeed, because they can't handle you going to a new level, right? So we get attacked from all different areas, and you have to become like a soldier and have the proper armor. And the best way to describe conventions is it's going to build that armor around you. It's going to make you strong. Because, you know, I don't know any top leader that's a top leader without being at these big events, because it really just builds that belief, that strength, and you are impenetrable. Like nothing anyone says can make you doubt yourself, because there's just so much belief and armor and education and strength around you. So yeah, it's like a giant bulletproof vest you want to build, and being at the events do help with that too. Okay. Okay, well, it's almost 10 p.m., close to my bedtime. I'm just kidding. Yeah. And so looking forward to seeing you guys on Friday.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rene.
Yes.
You're welcome, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Rene.
Thank you.
See you in Singapore.
Okay.
We'll see you soon.
And make sure you keep Saturday night open, because we always go for dinner together afterwards. We have some drinks together, right? Just a bit of a celebration. So
Sure.
work hard and then we play hard. So
Thank you so much for all the tips, Rene.
you're very welcome. Okay, guys, have a good night. All right, everyone.
Okay. Good night. Yep.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Guys.